All right, last video before I go to bed because it is 4:11 a.m. I got to be up at 9 to take my son to preschool, which is not very long. Not far from now. I can't even talk anymore. I'm so tired. I don't feel tired. I just feel kind of like I'm not functioning quite as well. I actually feel all right. And I feel like I'll hit the bed and go to sleep really quick. All right, enough information about me. This is what we're going to do. We are going to loop over our map, and I've come back here to effective go. I looked both in the language spec, how do you do loop over a map, right? And I also looked here in effective go. Of course, I already know how to do this, but I was just looking in both those places to see how they describe it so I can pass it on to you. I've looked at it before, obviously, right? But anyhow, here it is. For key value is equal to range map, right? And then, you could loop over it. And so this is kind of funny notation right there, what they're doing. But let's just look at it to print stuff. That's what we want to do. We want to print stuff. So instead of doing that, I'm going to drop this down in here. And then I'm going to format print line, take that line and put that right here. And I'm going to print line my key. And then the value, right? And if I wanted to, I could kind of put a little notation in, and we'll see that in a second. I'll just put a little notation in. So I'm ready to run this. Undefined, old map, because I need to change that to await. Control C, and there we go. Now format and run. So it printed it all out. That's pretty cool. If you wanted, I was just going to add a little dash in right there. Just to kind of make a space between them. If you wanted to, I don't know what I was just going to say. If these could be called anything you want them to be, right? Like the key could be I, and the value could be V. So it could be I. Those aren't necessarily keywords. They aren't keywords. No, necessarily about it. Those aren't keywords. But same thing. So it's just a key value. Or, IV. And this range, you could range over anything which is an iterate. You could iterate over it. You could range over anything that is like a collection of stuff. So I could range over a map. I could range over a slice. I could range over a channel. Looping over an array, slice, string, map, or reading from a channel, range clause can manage the loop. So slice, array, string, map. You could even do a string. That's pretty cool. And so you could range over all that stuff. So let's see a little bit more of that. So I'm going to create a slice. We had a slice already, and I'm going to range over that one. We'll leave this one here for the map, and let's range over a slice. All right, so here I've put together a slice of strings and just different greetings in different languages. And greetings you usually say to people not far from this hour of the morning. And I'm going to for I current entry. So notice I just named these different things, right? It's just like the key, the value, or the index, and then the value at that index, right? And I'm ranging over greeting, my slice. And format print line, I'm going to print the index and the current entry. And so when I do all that, I get this output right here. And let me just see if there's anything else I want to show you about ranges. All right, so nothing else to show you about ranges. Just wanted to double check to see if there's, forgetting anything considering the hour. And yeah, that's it for ranges. So you need a challenge. Let me give you a challenge so you can go get your hands dirty with one of these ranges, get some hands-on experience. So I want you to create both a slice. So create a slice that stores, a list of something, whatever it is, and then use a range to range over that. And then I also want you to create a map and have the map store items in your garage. And how would you store a map, items in your garage? So let's do this instead. A map, the list will store items in your garage. So have the slice store items. I'm just like using all kinds of words. Have the slice store items in your garage, and then have your map store what you will eat for each of your next 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? So have your map store the main course for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. All right, and so pause the video, and then once you, have done it, you can watch. So now you should have already done that, and I'm going to do the solution for you just so you can see. And there is basically, you know, some code. And I think I need a curly brace right there, and let's just run format to make sure it works. All right, it's all formatted. And so we need to store next 3 meals, right? Meals. And the meals are going to store a string and a string. And we're going to have breakfast. I'm just going to call it BFAST. I'm going to call it lunch. And we're going to call it dinner. I guess we should stick with breakfast. And for breakfast, we'll have eggs. And for lunch, we'll have pulled pork sandwich. And for dinner, we will have, I don't know, pizza. Why not? And so we're going to range over meals. And I need to change these. Range over meals, and that should print out each of my meals. And then I forget what the heck I was going to have you store in my slice. What are we going to store in the slice? I know you're probably like saying it right now to the monitor, but unfortunately this only goes one way. So yeah, greetings are fine, and there I'm ranging over greetings. Maybe I was going to have items in your garage that have some recollection of that. We'll do items in the garage. So items in the garage, I have in here, I have a chair, and I have a barbecue with an exclamation point, and I have a stroller, and I also have, I don't know what, I have a filing cabinet. There we go. And it should run if all goes well. There we are. There are the answers. All of that stuff. All right, cool. Well, I wish I could stay up a little bit later, because I totally want to teach you about structs and composition, and you know, and then we'll look at conditional. And then we've actually have a really good foundation. You've learned a lot, right, about the language in a very short period of time. And particularly if you've never coded before and you're coding this stuff up, you are doing awesome. And if you have coded before, hopefully this hasn't bored you too much, and you've gotten a few laughs out of it too, and also learned some of the syntax of this language. So I wish all those things for all of you who are out there watching these videos. And I will see you, even though I know there's like no break for you and you can just go into the next video. I will see you after I've gotten a little rest, and hopefully I'll be a little bit more coherent, and hopefully I'll still be quite as funny. I don't know, I've been cracking myself up. So, all right, it's been cool. It's been good. I've enjoyed putting this together and sort of like reflecting on the language with you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And gals, I'll see you all in the next video.